Fasten your sleigh belts. Will Ferrell's Elf is set to jingle up against Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas in a 4-round rumble. Who will be crowned the king of Christmas comedy? Grab your gingerbread cookies and hot cocoa and stay with us because this is part 2 of our Merry Movie Showdown series. This is the Nerd Coliseum.
Hey, welcome back, Gladiators. I'm Frankie.
And I'm Kristen. You're tuned in to the Nerd Coliseum, where the best of pop culture go head-to-head.
The stage is set for an epic holiday showdown. 4 festive films have laced up their boots, ready to go toe-to-toe in the quest for the coveted title of the ultimate holiday champion.
So here's the lowdown on our seasonal skirmish. Our Wheel of Chance dictates the fate of these films across 4 mystery categories. The film snags a point for each round win, whether it outcharms, outlaughs, or just outsings the other. The top scorer will jingle all the way to the next episode, while the loser gets the cinematic snow boot.
Our face-offs are at the mercy of our random movie generator, with outcomes weighed by cold, hard facts and a dash of our own festive flair. It's not just what we think that crowns the champion, it's chance also that's going to play a part.
So, let's get ready to rumble. Elf takes on How the Grinch Stole Christmas in a battle of holiday movie supremacy. In one corner, dusted with the sparkle of the North Pole, stands Elf, directed by the imaginative Jon Favreau and fronted by the king of Christmas cheer, Will Ferrell as Buddy.
Santa! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him.
This Jim takes us on a sleigh ride from the snowy North Pole to the glittering chaos of New York City, following a man who was raised by elves and is searching for his real dad.
Hi, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Thanks, Mr. Narwhal.
His innocence transforms the mundane into a comic wonderland, giving us unforgettable moments of pure holiday cheer. It's a tale that bundles us in laughter and the heartwarming embrace of Christmas.
Facing off against this festive force is the sly, green Grinch himself, in How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Gaze into the face of fear. Booga booga!
With Jim Carrey's contortionist expressions and Ron Howard's direction, this film reimagines the classic Dr. Seuss tale.
Somebody's fabulous!
From his perch atop Mount Crumpet, the Grinch plots against Whoville's Yuletide joy. Yet, as he tries to snuff out the season's light, he discovers a glowing truth. Christmas spirit is unstoppable. The story winds through Whoville's merry streets to show us that the melting of a frosty heart embodying the magical transformation that defines the holiday season.
All right, Frankie, so we have both of our contenders ready to go. Who do you think is going to stand out on top this time?
So these are definitely 2 big top holiday films, which I think is really interesting that these 2 are also about 2 outsiders trying to fit into their own little world.
Yeah, I didn't think about
thank
that.
you, Movie Matchup Generator, for making that happen. I thought that was really, really cool. But I don't know, as far as a winner goes, it's going to be tough because I like both of these movies. But if I had to pick one that I would come back to and rewatch over and over and over again, I would probably pick Elf.
Oh, that's surprising because once again, I think we're on the opposite side. Because I don't know, they both have that magical, childlike wonderness to them. Like kind of like in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, you see that through Lindy's little Cindy Lou Who, and then of course through Elf, through Buddy. But I think the Grinch kind of like has this little edge to me for me because it's something wondrous and something truly fantastical. It's not based in reality at all. It's a civilization that exists inside of a snowflake.
Talk about global warming.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I just wonder what happens when the snowflake reaches the ground. Yeah, I think it has that wonderness. And of course, I just love Jim Carrey. I think anything Jim Carrey does is just spectacular. And even though he truly hated most of his time as the Grinch because of the makeup, he still put out this
Still did a great
incredible
job.
performance where Will Ferrell was just Will Ferrell.
They put Will Ferrell in tights and let him loose on New York, and
Pretty much.
but you know what? It still created a holiday classic that you see stuff in the stores even
Oh, yeah.
today for it. So it's up there.
I love both of them, but yeah, I think the Grinch has a little bit of an edge for me.
All right, let's see what happens then.
So, gather round, friends and film fanatics. It's the pivotal point where we now reveal the 4 criteria that are set to decide our seasonal screen showdown.
Cast your eyes on the mystical spinning wheel of chance. And there we have it. A single spin lays out our battleground. Round 1, critical acclaim. Round 2, cultural impact. Round 3, a feel-good finale. And round 4, audience love.
All right. Are you ready? Ready your jingle bells for the clash of the season. For our first merry matchup, we have critical acclaim.
We're turning the spotlight on Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic, our esteemed adjudicators in the cinematic court, ready to decree the champion of this festive fracas.
Leading the charge is Rotten Tomatoes. Picture it as the arena of cinematic judgment, where movies bask in glory or face the thumbs down fate of the arena's beast.
On Rotten Tomatoes, films are tagged as fresh or rotten, with the cutoff at 60%. Score above that, and you're in the fresh zone. Fall below that, and well, it's rotten territory.
At Metacritic, they take a more nuanced approach. They turn reviews from esteemed critics into a score that maxes out at 100. Cross the 60 mark on their scale, and you're looking generally favorable for viewers.
Now that we've laid out the groundwork, let the contest of critical acclaim begin.
Elf boasts an impressive 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. Clearly, they're in the fresh spectrum, along with a solid 64 on Metacritic, indicating generally favorable reviews.
There's room for everyone on the nice list.
The critics' consensus celebrates the film as a well-being of holiday cheer. Elf resonates as a spirited family comedy, its success magnified by Will Ferrell's hilarious and endearing portrayal of one of Santa's most oversized helpers.
The Grinch finds itself with a less festive 46% on Rotten Tomatoes, placing it in the rotten category. And the sentiment is echoed with a matching 46 on Metacritic.
Look, I don't want to make waves, but this whole Christmas season is stupid.
The critics' consensus acknowledges Jim Carrey's standout performance as the title character, but suggests that even his vibrant portrayal isn't enough to elevate the overall film. The consensus hints that it recommends to stick with the TV cartoon for a more gratifying Grinch experience.
Even though I don't always agree with that, but, hey, we all have our opinions. So it's time to award the point for critical acclaim.
And there's no competition here for this one. It's going to be Elf.
Why are you smiling like that?
I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite.
Can the Grinch do better in round 2?
Let's find out. Let's take a look at cultural impact.
Elf isn't just a film. It's a tidal wave of holiday cheer wrapped in yellow tights and a pointy hat. Buddy's adventure into humanity with a sweet tooth that could rival Willy Wonka's isn't just a laugh-out-loud funny movie. It's a whimsical mirror to our own world. Off-screen, its magic has birthed a Broadway musical.
I can't lie, it makes me tingle.
And an animated special.
He may or may not be my son. Unfortunately, the facts are pointing towards me.
both bursting with more energy than Buddy with a bottle of syrup. It's the holiday latte of films, spirited, heartwarming, and just the right amount of sweet.
Then there's Jim Carrey's The Grinch. Not just a film, but a green-furred phenomenon.
Run for your life before I kill again!
Carrey catapulted the grumpy Grinch into a new orbit of comedy, thawing hearts and tickling ribs. This isn't just a holiday heist on the big screen. It's launched sing-alongs and toy lines and even graced the stage with a Broadway sparkle. This movie wraps the essence of Christmas and its values up in a bow as red as Santa's suit.
It's showdown time. So, who will take the crown for cultural influence?
Marching to the beat of Jingle Bells, it's Elf.
Did you hear that?
While both flicks are titans of Christmas charm, Elf sprints ahead with its universal allure and knack for reviving the holiday laugh fest for all ages.
Buddy, with his innocent gusto and giant-sized heart, has skated into our traditions, becoming as essential to Christmas as cookies and milk for the big guy.
Elf is leading with a merry 2-point advantage, but don't count the Grinch out just yet. With 2 more merry rounds left, the holly jolly tides could turn.
So, now it's time to grab your popcorn and settle in, because it's time for a festive frolic with our special halftime interlude, 3 Truths and a Lie.
Sharpen those pencils and charge those brains. We're about to challenge your festive knowledge.
3 Truths and a Lie is the game where truths tango with tall tales. I'll drop 4 film statements, but watch out, because one of those is going to be a Hollywood hoax.
Last time, Kristen was squirming in the spotlight, but today, it's my turn to potentially be bamboozled. Be sure to join in from your sofas, folks.
Let's go. Statement number 1. Will Ferrell, while filming Elf, accidentally hit a child actor in the face with a snowball during a scene, resulting in an unexpected but genuine reaction.
That's funny. If that's true, that's pretty great. And you know that the child actor's right because it is okay because it was either some sort of soft fake snow probably or an actual snowball if they were able to film with real snow. So I could believe that one. So I'm going to say maybe on that one.
Alrighty. Statement number 2. In The Grinch, the character of Cindy Lou Who was portrayed by 2 twin actresses to comply with child labor laws.
Oh. Okay. So I know that happens with projects like Big Daddy with the Cole twin or the. Did I say that right?
The Sprouse twins.
The Sprouse twins. One of those named Cole. Okay. I don't know if they did it for this movie though. I know that that's something that they do in movies because it's a thing, but I don't know. We're gonna say that that's where I'm leaning towards the false right now.
Statement number 3. Will Ferrell underwent special elf training for his role in Elf, learning specific elf-like skills such as toy making.
You know, that's something that's really underappreciated is elf culture these days.
It's all about representation today.
I'm going to say that's not... That's... All right, I want to hold it off to the end because I want to hear the final one, but... Okay.
All right. Ready? Statement number 4. Jim Carrey's makeup for the Grinch included yak hairs individually sewn onto his face for a more realistic look.
I feel like they just beat up Jim Carrey during the filming of The Grinch. That they had to bring in a Navy SEAL paint expert to get him into the movie. So I don't know what they did to Jim Carrey. I'm so sorry, but maybe they sewed yak hair.
He was really yakking it up.
Oh boy! Insert drums there. Okay, so which one do I think is false, right? Let's see. I'm going to say that Will Ferrell is not like a deep enough actor that he's going to go to elf training to learn how to be an elf for this movie.
That would be something like Jared Leto would do.
Oh, yeah. Jared Leto would write an
move
entire...
to the North Pole and, like...
Actually freeze to death.
Yeah.
Get diabetes from eating all the candy that you're supposed to eat on
absolutely.
set. So, all right. How did I do?
All right. So you thought statement number 3 was false, that Will Ferrell did not undergo special elf training, where I hate to tell you, he did. He underwent special elf training for his role in Elf.
Oh, my God. I guess, what are they taught him how to build toys, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, because, and the thing is he's only got, 1 or 2 scenes where he's just hammering away at these things, so...
All right, I'm going to guess that it was the yak hair.
That one is also true.
Oh, man. I'm going to stop guessing then.
The cinematic fib is statement number 2. In The Grinch, the character of Cindy Lou Who was not portrayed by a twin actresses. It was just one actress.
See, I should have gone with my gut instinct on that one. Earlier, when you said I was going to go with number 2, but I was like, there's no way Will Ferrell did elf training. And that's what threw it off. I was like, maybe there is a twin. But yeah, I know she's in some band now, right?
Yeah, exactly. So the actress's name was Taylor Momsen, and she has her own band now called The Pretty Reckless. I actually really love that band. If you haven't heard them, I recommend it.
And her twin is in another band that is called The Almost Reckless. All right. All right, so at home, did you guys catch that cinematic spoof? Because I certainly did not. But buzz in, let us know on our socials how you did. Now, hold on to your popcorn. We're diving headfirst into round 3, the feel-good finale, where hearts get a little lighter and smiles get a little brighter.
All right, let's unwrap the feel-good finale of Elf, where the spirit of Christmas jings louder than sleigh bells. Picture this. Buddy the elf, true to his oversized heart, saves the day in a flurry of joy and belief and the most epic of Santa's sleigh rides over Central Park. Big Apple, once cynical, is infused with the kind of Christmas magic that could make even Scrooge smile. And Buddy? He finds his place in the human world, knitting together the true fabric of family and holiday cheer. If that doesn't leave you feeling like you've just sipped the world's best cup of coffee, I don't know what will.
The ending of Carrie's Grinch is a heart-growing, cheer-spreading extravaganza that could warm the frost off any winter's day. There's the Grinch, perched high above Whoville, sleigh loaded with all the swipe gifts, but then, oh, the humanity! The heart swells 3 sizes.
Hi, Mom. Toasty inside.
That's right, he returns the gifts, carves the roast beast, and finds his place at the holiday feast. It's a redemption arc so uplifting it could lift a sleigh into the night sky. The Grinch not only saves Christmas, but also discovers the joy of community and the power of love. Talk about a feel-good finale that makes you want to hug your neighbor and sing Fahu Fores at the top of your lungs.
And the winner with the most heartwarming, cheer-spreading, feel-good finale is The Grinch.
Now pucker up and kiss it, Whoville!
You heard it right. The Grinch takes its first point. It's the ultimate tale of transformation that tugs on the heartstrings, showing us that the grouchy Grinch's journey from holiday hater to merrymaker.
It's that powerful change of heart, folks. The Grinch's leap from a scowl to a smile that embodies the true spirit of the season and reminds us all of the joy in redemption and togetherness.
That's a wrap on the feel-good finale that steals our hearts every time. Let's roll into the final showdown and see what festive fate has in store. The final round category is going to be Audience Love.
Gather round, because it's time to crunch the numbers. The Rotten Tomatoes audience score and the IMDb star rating are our trusty reindeer guiding us to the winner of audience love.
That's right, we're putting these scores under the spotlight to see which festive flick has jingled its way more into the audience hearts. The higher the numbers, the louder the love.
Elf is decking the halls with a solid 79 on Rotten Tomatoes audience score and a shining 7.1 star rating on IMDb.
Wow. Where did you say you were from?
That's Buddy the Elf getting the holiday high fives all around for spreading its infectious cheer. It's clear that this elf has danced its way into the heart of viewers, scoring a Christmas bullseye in the joy department.
Don't count out the Grinch just yet. It has a Rotten Tomatoes audience score of 57 and a 6.3 on IMDb.
Kids today, so desensitized by movies and television.
Okay, sure, he may be a few tinsel strands behind Buddy in the ratings race, but he's won over a Whoville-sized fan base that can't get enough of that green-furred redemption story arc.
However, the winner of the category of audience love is...
just going to have to wait. That's right, it's time for... Movie Trivia Quickfire.
That's right, holiday movie lovers. Grab a partner or play solo, but get ready for a jolly round of trivia featuring Elf and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We have 4 questions. Are you the Trivia Elf King or the Quizmaster Grinch?
First up for Elf. True or false? Jim Carrey was initially considered to play the role of Buddy the Elf.
Time's up. The answer is true. Carrey was eyed for the role before Will Ferrell took the holiday reins.
All right, so Kristen, real quick, if you had to cast Buddy with somebody other than Will Ferrell or Jim Carrey, who would you pick?
So it's funny, we just watched this movie very recently, and as I was watching it, I could see 2 people possibly playing this role besides Jim Carrey and Will Ferrell. The first one being Ryan Reynolds, because Ryan Reynolds could just play any kind of
I think he can do anything.
Yeah, any kind of goofy, funny character. And also, I saw a little bit of Steve Carell, like Steve Carell in the Anchorman type of Steve Carell. Like, I could see both of them playing Buddy in the original, instead of Will Ferrell or Jim Carrey. I think they could have done a good job.
Yeah, well, if I had to pick, I'd pick another Will for the job, and that would probably be Will Forte, who was very popular in SNL.
Love Will Forte, yeah.
So,
I can see that.
All right, but real quick on our break of our movies trivia here, Gladiators, who would you cast the role of Buddy the Elf if you had to recast the role? And it can't be Jim Carrey, and it can't be Will Ferrell. So, you know what? Let us know in the comments and who you guys think. But on to the next question, which is going to be, in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, what does the Grinch use as a substitute for reindeer?
All right, did you get your guess? The answer is his loyal dog, Max. Decked out with a single antler, Max gets drafted into being the Grinch's less than willing reindeer.
Third question, in Elf, what are the 4 main food groups according to Buddy?
Well, the answer is candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup. Sweet teeth unite.
All right, final one. In How the Grinch Stole Christmas, what is the name of the mountain the Grinch lives on? If you were paying attention earlier, it was said in the episode.
Time to reveal. It's none other than Mount Crumpet.
All right, how did you fare in our festive film trivia? Whether you're more of a Buddy or a Grinch, share your scores with us on social media.
All right, folks, back to the game at hand. The sleigh bells have chimed and the crowd has spoken. With hearts warmed and spirits lifted, the point for audience love goes to Elf.
You did it! Congratulations!
That's a wrap, everyone. The final score is 3-1, with Elf taking the overall win. But give it up for our holiday heavyweights for bringing the holly jolly to our hearts with their festive frolics.
With all the dignity of Whoville's finest, the Grinch exits stage left. But the festive fray isn't over yet.
Brace yourselves, because coming up in the ultimate Yuletide clash, Christmas Vacation, our Part 1 champ, versus Elf, our Part 2 victor, who will reign supreme over the holiday season?
Don't touch that dial and make sure you're all aboard this sleigh. Our holiday showdowns are just getting started.
Tune in on your go-to podcast app, follow the fun on YouTube, and let our holiday banter accompany your holiday festivities.
Spread that holiday hype. Hit share and like and holler about the Nerd Coliseum across all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok. You name it, we're there.
Dreaming of a fan-favorite face-off? Gandalf versus Dumbledore? Avengers versus Justice League? Zap us a message at the nerdcoliseum@gmail.com. That's COLOSSEUM.
Signing off as your merry MC, I'm Kristen.
And I'm Frankie, your partner in festive fun.
Until our next episode,
keep the holiday cheer alive and let the games continue.
Take care and season's greetings.
Over and out, and may your matchups be merry.